channel.
Happy Monday! I have neglected my kitchen declutter that I started. I've neglected it for a few days last week. Had some things going on. So I'm going to get back into that today. I'm going to start this week on this cabinet and work my way around and try to finish this up this week. So let's get started. This cabinet is done. I took everything out, wiped it down, wiped the top of the refrigerator. I did put this back on top of the refrigerator. I do not like stuff on top of my refrigerator, but this is a project that I don't want it to get messed up. And if I leave it laying out, I'm afraid it's going to get bent worse than what it already is because Adeline will be getting into it. She wanted to do her room in animals, so I found this calendar on clearance at the Dollar General for 30 cents. And I thought, this is perfect. It's baby animals. And I'm going to buy some picture frames and do her a gallery wall with these little baby animals. Adorable, 30 cents. And then the picture frames will cost me about $3 a piece. There's 12 pictures. So $36 for the whole wall is not bad. So I'm going to leave this up here so that it doesn't get damaged. Babe has a collection of whiskey bottles that he likes to keep. And we used to store them on top of the cabinet, but I felt like that they were just collecting dust up there. So I moved them out from under the sink because when I painted, I moved them under the sink and put them in this cabinet because it's not something we're going to be reaching for, and this cabinet's kind of hard to get to, so I wanted to put things that we're not going to reach for up here. And I just put some of extra cups. He has some sentimental cups from when he was coaching and things, and then an extra coffee cup, and then my pumpkins back there that'll go on my table in the fall. And then we have this white set of dishes that I'm hanging on to because I break dishes a lot, and I have learned that if I declutter all the dishes, then I end up having to just buy more. So I keep a few spare for when I break the ones we do have. And this I'm keeping because we're not using it right now. We were using it before we got this refrigerator, and it has a filter for the water, so we don't need this. But I have decluttered probably 3 of these and went and bought more. So I'm not going to declutter this one. I'm going to hang on to it and put it in this cabinet that we don't use anyway because there's room for it and it'll be fine. And then this little cup is my grandson's. When they come back, I'll give them that cup. So this cabinet is finished. I wanted to move out things that we use and just put in things that we really don't use. Because like I said, I have to get a ladder to get up here, and then even with the ladder I have to climb on the countertop because I still struggle to reach it because I'm a short girl. This one is finished. Let's move on to the next one. This is the next cabinet. As you can see, it's pretty much empty. I'm going to take those 2 bowls down and wipe it down and check to see if there's anything else that maybe needs to go up there since we have that extra valuable space so that we could be using, and it's just empty and wasting. I'm not going to buy anything extra to put in it because the goal is to get down to just the necessities, but there may be another cabinet that has too much in it that we can make this work. Got this cabinet done. It was super easy because there really wasn't anything in there, but I did take the 2 bowls that were in there down and wiped it down from top to bottom. And then I decided that the waters and the Diet Pepsis that were on the counter, there's a home for them. Now they don't have to be on the counter. I do hate things on my counters. Doesn't mean that there's not things on my counters because we do still have to function, but I prefer it to not be. And there are some people in this household who prefer their waters at room temperature. I was able to put those neatly in this cabinet, and then my extra Diet Pepsi 2 liters in the cabinet beside of it, and it was a perfect fit. So this one's done. Let's move on to the next one. This cabinet is finished. I pulled everything out, wiped it down, and reorganized it. There was actually nothing to declutter in here either. It's all stuff that we use. I mean, there might have been some things that I would have liked to declutter, but I'm not the only one who lives here, so I've got to take that into consideration. I'm doing much better about that. So I wiped everything down. I moved the glasses from there to up there. Put the paper plates there to encourage everyone to use them. The bowls there, the odds and end cups there, Adlin's, Jackson's, and then everybody loves this drinking cup. Some of our water bottles, and Aaron's big coffee cup, our plates. There's nothing back there. It is such a wasted space, but that's fine. I'd rather nothing be there than something be there that's hard to get to. So this cabinet is finished. That was easy. Just a little wiping and reorganization. No decluttering there. Hopefully we'll get to some decluttering soon. Now that this side, the top cabinets are finished, I think I will move on to the lower cabinets on this side. We'll start with the drawers. These are things that we don't use. I mean, yeah, they're useful and there's nothing wrong with them, but we don't use them. Except for this, we do use this at Christmas time. I will move this to the Christmas stuff. I'm just going to set it here with the Christmas stuff for now, and then when I do this closet, I'll put it in the Christmas stuff. I'm going to double check with Babes before I declutter these. Make sure that he's okay with that. I'm sure he will be, but I would rather check with him than him say, hey, I needed that. So I'm going to set this on the counter, and when he comes in from working on the garden, I'll ask him. Either way, if he decides to keep them, then they will go in the toolbox instead of the kitchen drawer, because they don't go in the kitchen. I'm going to clean this drawer. Just give it a little wipe. And that drawer is finished. Finished and totally empty. I am kind of thinking what could go in this drawer that we could take out of something else. I don't know yet. Maybe as we move along, we'll find something. Wow, this drawer is pretty easy. There is nothing in here. That's good. Okay, so we'll just give this a wipe. Just a quick little wipey. Wipey swipey. And it's finished. Not much of a declutter going on here. Okay, nothing really to declutter here. That's just where my cutting board goes. Just going to take it out and give it a spray and a wipe. And then just fit this back because this works perfect for my cutting board. Next will be these cabinets. There will definitely be some decluttering going on in here. We hang on to that cord just in case. We're not going to need that cord, but I'm going to ask him just to be sure. I'm going to ask Babes about this because we do not own a grill. I don't know if he wants to keep this for anything. I'm sure it's pretty old. I don't know if it goes bad. I'm going to ask him about that and where he wants to keep that. This container is just an odd shape and it drives me crazy because it's an odd shape. So that's definitely going in the declutter pile. This can go under our bathroom sink because that's where I decided to store the paint supplies because it's pretty empty under there. cabinet's finished. I gave it a good wipe and put the things that I wanted to keep back in there. These containers I don't use, but I had a lot of them, and I do send them home with the kids or family when we have get-togethers and dinners so they can take food home. So I'm going to hang on to those until they're all used. I'll let them naturally make their way out. That I do use a lot for cookies and chips and cereal, and I leave the lid off till it completely dries after I wash it so it doesn't sour. I need to really put some of that pretty sticky stuff in here and fix this up, but for now this works. And this cabinet is done. Now on to this cabinet. Looks like that's where most of the painting stuff has been hiding. So I'm going to pull that out, give this a wipe. It looks like that might be some more grill stuff. So this might be a good place to store that kind of stuff. Maybe. I don't know. Let's get this paint stuff out and take it to its home, wipe this out, and see what happens. Cabinet is finished. I decided to just put the grill stuff in this bottom cabinet since it's pretty much empty. That's all I'm going to do on the kitchen cabinet declutter / clean / organization for today. We'll do some more later. We're almost finished actually. Not a lot in there to do. We'll see. The cabinets that are left, they may be pretty bad. That's it for today. We'll get back to it later. Hopefully that gave you some motivation to organize, clean, declutter, whatever you needed to get done today.
Bye! Have a fabulous day with sprinkles